So
This is
it.
the antiquing hour with Ben and Mikey, just to get our station ID out of the way. What was the first title of Flashback? I had this earlier.
The first title?
Yeah, Flashback has like this really nutty original name.
Oh God.
Flashback colon.
The Quest for Identity.
The Quest for Identity.
Flashback, the Quest for Identity.
That is a very 2017 sounding game.
It
that was
does.
1992. I think they were talking about different identities. They probably weren't so much into the identity politics. No, I could be wrong.
So, fun fact about Flashback. Originally released in 1992. First it was developed for the Sega Genesis, but the Amiga version was the one that was released first.
Yeah, the Amiga led. Wow, we got a lot of people in the chat. Hello, everybody. I didn't realize you guys were already in here. Wow,
hey,
you beat us to everything.
And that's not bad considering we started early.
We are not the best. Now, we are both working on episodes, people that are fans of our channel.
Yeah.
We are working on new episodes of lots of things. You want to talk about which you're working on?
I am working on what everyone assumes is the Haunted Mansion episode of Port Center, and is actually not going to be that, spoiler alert.
And they have assumed incorrectly because you what's the term? You lied to them blatantly.
I would refer to it as a sort of a lie. Damn, I'm usually better than this.
Our Kevin Bahal, our real names are Ben and Mikey. It's actually on the title. Just so you know. Just answering the question.
Oh, misjudge that. Get out of here. There we go. So, so here's a fun fact. I'm not actually playing this on the Super Nintendo, nor am I playing it in an emulator. The version I'm playing is technically the PC version, but there is a PC Windows engine.
It looks too nice to be the Super Nintendo.
Well, the Super Nintendo version actually uses these graphics as well. But there's a PC engine that someone built called Reminiscence, which takes the MS-DOS data files, the Amiga music, and the voiceover from the Sega CD version. You have to have the original files from the original. Oh, I've gone down. I didn't need to do that yet. You have to have the original data files from those particular versions of the game, and puts them together, and you can run that on a Windows PC or on Linux or on a Mac.
Can you run it on your phone?
Yes, there's an Android version.
Can you just lie and say we're streaming directly from your phone?
Streaming directly from my
Palm Pilot, I believe.
So it's a Nokia 3210.
It's got a goofy faceplate.
Yeah, I got one of those wacky. It's yeah, I got it from Disneyland in 1998. So you know it's hot, fresh, good.
Now the people in the chat are talking about rotoscoping. Let's quickly dive into what rotoscoping is. Now, Prince of Persia, Jordan Mechner's masterpiece, came out before this or after this?
It came out before. This is
so this game is a total rip-off.
A rip-off is where you
Rick and Morty off.
Yeah, it's where you steal an episode of Rick and Morty from the internet.
Help me, young man. I've been attacked by mutants.
This voiceover is awful, by the way. I'm pretty confident that the voiceover for the Sega CD version of Flashback was literally just the developer saying, we need to get people to do, hey, Greg, come over. Or so they'd say, like, a French name. Le Greg, or something actually French.
That's my French name.
What is your French name? Your French name is your favorite loaf and your least favorite art house movie.
That's super good. Okay, so... oh wow. So my French name is God, I gotta think of a loaf. Okay, my French name is Baguette, only God forgives. Hello, what are you doing? My name is Baguette, only God forgives. I am a video game developer, of course, yes.
Perfect. Oh, I didn't charge the thing. Oh, I came all the way over here without recharging the power cell that I picked up.
Now everybody's in chats asking us all this. What is a teen name? You got to tell us how to make a teen name, or we can't.
If they're going by my brother and me rules, it's your favorite soda and your least favorite soda.
I think you're allowed to just say "ma bim bam." Everybody will get it.
I prefer my Bumble.
Favorite soda and least favorite soda. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the one.
Root Beer Mountain Dew is my teen name.
Mine is...
And if we have to be specific, Barg's Mountain Dew, which sounds like a mistake.
That sounds like a knockoff Mountain Dew.
It is, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
It didn't last very long. It was a tie-in with Mulan, I believe. Just to prove how out of the loop all of those people are.
BB-8
now,
is BB late.
How many times have you played Flashback?
I've actually lost count. This is one of those games I have I feel like I'm not playing at my optimal state right now.
It's just it's kind of boring at the beginning, so we're just kind of talking over it.
Yeah, and this is one of those games that I have... This first level, like, as a kid, I would speedrun this. Like, I got really good at just plowing through it. This was while everyone else was...
Ooh, sorry. I have to cut in with Sandy Lester's question. What is your craft beer name? And that is your grandfather's occupation, a word, and plus a word you don't fully understand.
Oh, that's a tricky one. That would be... oh, God.
Mine starts with oil lawyer, so... or natural gas lawyer probably sounds bad, but I like oil lawyer because it's like it sounds like a Matthew McConaughey movie. The oil lawyer. All right. Where's all the oil?
It sounds like it's the tale of a big city lawyer who learns to appreciate small town living.
Yeah, he's actually remaking Charles Dickens movies simpler. He's making A Tale of One City right now, I believe.
Yeah. And his version of A Christmas Carol is just called Carol, and that movie already came out, so good job. Nailed it.
For some reason, this has given me Rogue Legacy vibes, which makes no sense whatsoever. There's something about the movement and the way the screens fit together, though.
It's interesting because a lot of people... I jokingly have always referred to this game as Prince of Persia in space. But a lot of people, when the game came out, thought it was a sequel to Delphian Software's previous rotoscope adventure platformer, Another World, which was released in the US as Out of This World.
This is rotoscoped, but it's vector rotoscoping, not per pixel rotoscoping, correct?
This is all sprite based.
This is sprite based.
Yeah.
Another World was the one.
Another World was vector. The cutscenes on this are vector, I think.
Okay.
But this is all sprite work, but it is rotoscoped sprite work.
Semi Knocked Out has a question I will give directly to you.
Go for it.
Ben.
Hi.
What is your opinion on the Flashback remake?
Hey. I think
you might have done an episode about
I did
this.
a Port Center episode about it.
You were pretty mad.
I was not happy with it. I wanted to be. I'm not a big fan of the idea that remakes are... Oh, why are you going up, you idiot? I'm not a big fan of the idea that remakes are inherently devoid of, creative merit. I think that there are... I like a good remake. For example, Doctor Who is a fantastic reboot. Battlestar Galactica is, I think, one of the best...
I actually talk about BSG remake in my episode about Cloverfield. I talk about a lot of things.
Oh man, we got some overlap because I definitely touch on Galactica in my Haunted Mansion episode, which is definitely...
I'm talking about the writers' the writers' room rules, where they would basically play a chess match every season. Moving the Gaius Baltar piece.
Yeah.
You're setting all these things up, and then right at the last episode, the joke at the writer's room was that Ron Moore would just throw the chessboard.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, the end of season 4, it was like, everybody's a Cylon! Which doesn't necessarily line up, I think, with the plotting of the show, but I do like what that managed to create. It made it always satisfied, I think, provided you're not talking about the ending.
Yeah. I'm of two minds about that ending, because on one hand, I actually really like it, and on the other hand...
It's like the Lost ending. I think they're the same kind of...
problem.
Well, they lean overly
hey.
religious on a heavily science-based show and sort of give up on religion and say, or sort of give up on science and say religion is the answer, which is odd. Like I Lost, I think it was odder because that whole show was science versus faith, and then it was like, faith. Can you tell a good game remake? This person cannot name one.
Good game remakes. Oh god.
There's gotta be. There's gotta be.
Maybe this is cheating, but Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver on the
Wind Waker HD. Boom. Or is that not a remake? Is that a port or a remake?
I consider Wind Waker HD and I nearly said Twilight Zone HD, which is a whole other thing. Twilight Princess HD. Those are ports rather than remakes. They just it's the same code. They just upscaled some of the assets.
Those are ports.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if anyone's gonna know, hey.
Well, Conquer got a remake though.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day did get a remake, and that was not what I would consider.
I don't think Conquer was that great to begin with.
I was never a fan.
I'm not a fan of the humor, so I'm dead in the water on that one. Like even as a kid, I was like, "This is dumb. This is too dumb for me."
I'm making some very basic, rudimentary errors on this playthrough right now. I gave the guy his teleporter back, but did not get the ID card.
Dave Armstrong with the trump card. Grim Fandango.
Oh, Grim Fandango is a port.
Really?
Yeah,
it was an HD remaster.
Yeah, but it's not a remake.
It's the same code. It's the same code.
It's the same code. In the same way that the Monkey Island Special Edition is very technically a port because it's built on the Scum engine.
I'm sure you've mentioned this or answered this actually in the What is a Port episode. And if you haven't seen the What is a Port episode of Port Center, it is good to understand the differences. But where do you put games like Master Chief Collection? Or, like they are running on the same code, theoretically. But they have two different games sort of running at the same time. Monkey Island does it.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I mean, with Monkey Island, and I did specifically cite Monkey Island in the What is a Port episode. I cited it as a kind of a hybrid because the original game is in there, and the remake is running on the top of it. It builds on and tweaks the code from the original version of Monkey Island. But obviously has a whole bunch of brand new assets and it's like if you're using existing code and then you build scaffolding out of new code to run all these new things while still running on the old thing, it's like a refurbishment or something. Like we need like a word for that. It's like when they try to do a restoration of a listed building.
Restoration, restoration is a perfect word.
Like Grim Fandango I would consider that to be a restoration, absolutely.
Okay.
Monkey Island is trickier. The Master Chief Collection I know is I don't need to go this way. I'm going the wrong way. This is not my best playthrough, and then I just jumped into a wall. Good job, Ben. Nailed it. With Master Chief Collection, because I mean those like Halo 1 through 3 in that collection are very specifically ports of the remastered versions of 1 and 2 that were released with the 360, and 3 is just 3.
Oh, wow! The pixel art on this level is awesome.
Yeah, this whole
there's
game,
such a depth to this. Like that's hard to make it. I mean, a lot of times you make pixel art and you have a person run through it. It's tough to separate them from the background, but he really feels like he's in that space.
So when I was a kid, this bit here killed me as a kid because you're supposed to run and jump that ledge, right?
Yeah. And then wiggle with it. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So, and I'm playing with a keyboard. So, hold down Shift, and I tap right, and you tap left, and you don't press anything, and he automatically jumps for the ledge, which is a cool...
I was really hoping you were playing with the Gravis gamepad. I'm a little let down.
I'm very sorry. I don't have one anymore.
I still have one somewhere. I don't think you have a port you could plug it into. Because they were like LPT1 or something. I don't even remember.
I've got
it was like a printer and your Gravis.
Oh, God, yeah, I remember that. But so this jump as a kid, I didn't know that he would jump automatically. So I'd be running and then I would tap and I was like, why am I not making that jump?
You have to do the automatic jump.
You have to do the automatic jump, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Reminds me sort of playing Ocarina of Time for the first time, where you're like, auto jumping.
But there's a lot of stuff you can do in this game when you know the controls and you know how the system works, and you can get the timing down. You can do some really slick moves, like jump in midair and then jump across the air onto a platform, and then while you're in the air, press space to get your gun out, so that when you land, you immediately have your gun ready and you can start firing. Yeah. Like little stuff like that, I love.
What is this character's name? I believe it's Jane.
It's actually Ian.
No, it's a man named Jane.
It's a man named Jane.
He goes by Ian, but his name is Jane.
Ian is his alias. Ian is his team name. His favorite and least favorite soda is Ian. So, and also the voice acting for this particular character is a French person trying to do Ringo Starr's voice, which is the best thing. It's amazing, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those graphics are hot to trot. Let's go. Check.
There's some stuff happening. So the first version of Flashback I played.
Increase Flash Gordon noise and put more Total Recall on the screen.
I had a pirated copy of Flashback that my dad downloaded from a BBS back in 1992, but because the game was released in France first, there wasn't an official English translation. But because the language files were on the disc in plain text, someone had done a very, very bad translation. And that was the version that was available. And if you go to download Flashback for the Amiga from a bunch of websites that I won't name here, that's the version you're going to end up with. It's really a really bad translation. It's awful. I had no idea what this game was about.
Vector.
But yeah, the graphics are. I love the look of this game.
It has such a this is a very interesting style. I would be curious to see like the indie community sort of adapt and because there's so much other pixel art, but it's like the vector stuff we haven't seen much of. So I'm curious.
That's one of the things I'm very interested in seeing is indie developers push out of the 8 and 16-bit era, which I love. Like I love stuff like Retro City Rampage.
We're seeing some low poly PlayStation and 64 stuff now.
Yeah, dude, have you played Dusk?
No.
It's New Blood's new thing. It's like a Quake style FPS, and it looks like it came out in 1995, and it is super fun.
That's awesome. What's one of the things that we're sort of acclimating to is that when we jumped from SNES to N64, PlayStation, all those, we jumped to 3D, so all the teams immediately swelled in size. So indie teams, I think, they live in the 8-bit and 16-bit spaces because it's conducive to doing it as one or two people.
Yeah.
Once you get into 3D, you're looking at a team of 4 or 5. So
it becomes a whole other thing.
Yeah, and you would need specializations. Not everyone can wear every hat.
So one thing that was not in the Amiga version, but that is all over the place
in the
MS-DOS
Jane again.
version.
Hi, Jane. Bye, Jane.
Good morning.
It's the same guy, but it's a different guy. He's just
everyone in
man.
Are you not aware that everyone in the base was required legally to change their name to Jane? Jane?
No, I hadn't caught that.
It's in the manual in the back, under BS.
There's like 8 pages at the back for notes. Do you remember when video game manuals used to give you a section for notes?
Yes. I remember because I'd rented a lot of games, especially NES era, and man, there were always written in the back, and every kid that went to Blockbuster would just be like, boobs. Now it's basically just somebody writing boobs. That was really all the notes.
I'm taking a big risk here.
When are you guys going to do more cute cat videos? Says Indie Games Searchlight. Did we ever do it?
Have we? I've never done a cat video.
I don't think I have any cat videos either. I don't have a cat.
I have some cats.
Wait, Failer used to do some cat videos. I don't think he ever posted them on that site though.
So I have to, I guess, get a work permit now. So where am I going to get that work permit?
That's what I look for in early 90s games. It's things like right to work in this state.
We've got the quest for identity. We've got the right to work. This was 1992. This was a very progressive Vigima game.
You just went from Africa to Europe in like half of 1 second.
Well, here's a fun fact. This is not Earth.
Ah.
It's just what these particular stations are called for reasons that I don't fully understand.
I like that the early 90s future was the late 80s. Like, it's the pink squiggly kind of...
There's a lot of that. It's I mean, you would think that 1992 they'd have a bit of a better idea of what... Progressive
1992. The True Lies year, I believe, is what we...
Was that 92 or was that 93?
93 was Jurassic Park. I think True Lies was 92. Feel free to look that up in the comments and let us know if either one of us is correct. I'm just guessing. Could it be as late as 94?
I'll go to Africa.
Though I sort of identify every year with like one film, so I think I'm correct. Twister was 94.
Here we go, guys. This is Delphine Software International's brutal takedown of bureaucracy. I am at window A.
I'd like a work permit. No, it's not here. Say window C.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to window C.
I'd like a work permit. No,
I'd like a work permit.
See window B.
Oh,
here we go. And then I go to window B.
None of them know. I bet he tells you to go to A.
Boss will see you now.
Oh no, he's gonna give you the.
He's gonna, yeah, and then
which raises the door, obviously. Go talk to Jane.
I need your ID card.
I need your ID card. Here you go. It's not my ID card. I stole it
they're
from some
asking
guy.
about if I'm gonna shout, "It's your boy!" a lot.
There's not a lot of murder.
Yeah,
happening.
really not. This is a game about thinking.
It's one of them there are thinking games.
Thinking with your boys.
Thinking with your boys. That should be the show from now on.
Oh, here's a fun question from IDevo88. What is the first film you saw in the theater?
Back to the Future Part 2.
Interesting. Mine was Ghostbusters 1. The remake. That was literally the first movie.
Wow.
My first movie was last year. I'm going pretty quick, huh? Oh, Pazzy has a good question. If you went straight to window B, would he send you to the other windows?
You know what? It's never occurred. I'm sure it has occurred to me to try that, and I don't know what the result was. I feel like he probably would. I feel like it's a very rich and deep, and of course, very insightful criticism and commentary on bureaucrocy.
Right.
So I'm about to get. This is it, guys. So
this is the arcade, I believe. Now, which one is Trog?
The one that I'm standing at right now is actually Baby Pac-Man. So just to recap of everything I've done so far, I have fallen down a hole. I have tried to charter a flight to Earth. I've forged documents to get a work permit, and now I'm going to do some freelance work to raise money.
If you were to get arrested right now, how many years do you think your character would go to jail?
800. That might be. That's a conservative estimate. Oh, I didn't even read what the job was. I just accepted the job. I didn't even read the terminal. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Here we go. All right. Receipt of parcel. Oh, it's I have to go to Asia and pick up a package and take it to Africa. And for this, I'm going to be paid 100
But not
credits.
the actual Asia or Africa. The other mysterious planets version of those continents. You can just go between at least.
Yeah, on the Disneyland monorail. It is
just
a small
don't go to restricted
world.
area 3.
I'm going to go to Africa. Yeah.
Get after it. Get it did. My nose will not stop running. It is just painful cold season down here.
It's gotten quite. I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie today. It's gotten quite chilly here in Los Angeles.
What's because it's like 50 something here.
I think it's 59, 60. Okay, Google, what's the temperature right now?
In Los Angeles, it's currently 73 degrees.
That's not too bad. That's a little warmer than it was.
I mean, that's like literally the perfect temperature. I think if you asked people at random, like watch this, chat, please list what you think is the perfect temperature. Everyone's going to say 72 and 73.
I usually have my car's AC set to 72 or 74.
Just to avoid the 73?
Yeah. I have a thing about even numbers.
A lot of 69s in the chat. Very, very clever.
Clever and classy in
Nailed
that order.
it. Slamma-jamma. Get it did.
Fun. So there was a basketball movie that came out this year called Slamma Jamma, and I'm in that movie.
Wait, really?
Legitimately, I'm in that movie. It got a theatrical release. That's it. Anyway, that's the end of that entire conversational thread.
That works out, because I have to go to the bathrooms now. You have to entertain everyone forever, because I didn't go before we started. So I'm going to turn this car over.
Alright, so here we go. Here's the next mission. What is my job? Vital Corp want me to escort a VIP to the research center. How do you guys feel about that? I'm actually impressed. I'm looking at how the stream is going on. I have a second screen down here with the stream on it, so I can kind of monitor how things are going. I'm impressed that there's not a lot of lag between what I'm doing and what is appearing on the screen. And then that's why Mikey and I aren't really friends anymore. It's really...
Yeah, that happened quick while I was gone.
It's... And I mean,
it happened, so...
I mean, that's really your fault, though. I mean, let's not split hairs. Do I need to be in America? I need to be in America. I need to be in America. This joke was old when I started it. There we go. Here we go.
We've now done American Tail. This is going to be an American Tail stream only, which means we have to stream the movie or the game. Was it our game? I feel like there had to be a game.
American Tail, the video game.
American Tail or Fifo Goes West. The video game. Fifo Goes West feels like perfect for the 16-bit era.
Oh yeah, I can almost like picture it in my mind's eye. There must have been.
Yeah, it's like you convince yourself that it is, but I don't think there was. I remember Dom DeLuise. He should have been in everything.
He was in an episode of Stargate. SG-1. New Orleans. Oh,
now, that's an odd way to design a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, it feels slightly dangerous, very drafty.
Oh,
like, very, very drafty.
Yeah, it's not... sometimes with level design, you kind of have to accept that these levels were not... Like, the sensor to open this door is up there on that ledge, and I pointed at it on my screen so that you could see.
Yeah, actually, PJ Martin pointed out, Hudson Soft did a 5-0 Goes West in 1994 video game.
That's kind of cool.
I feel like now we have to play that.
We do have to play. There were two Roger Rabbit games for the NES. There was one that was released.
I remember I had one, and I had to look up the answers in Nintendo Power because it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that was the one that Rare made, and it's a dumb adventure game. But there was a version that was released. I think it was it Hudson? It was a different company. That is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It was released for the Famicom, and in Japan. I mean, outside of Japan, that game was released as Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle.
Dave Armstrong would like to know why we haven't played Bubsy yet. I think it's because Bubsy is really bad.
I think it might be that Bubsy is the worst thing that ever happened to video games. Oh,
one-upped me out of nowhere, just...
Boom. One-up that guy, too. Just chomping them all down.
This is such a chill game. It just kind of lends itself. Like,
it's good for conversational ramblings.
It's such a well put together building, but it has these massive structural holes and things in it. I feel like this would be a condemned building.
Yeah, but the important thing is that it's leaking horribly on the side, though. I just noticed that. That is not a good... Okay, so this guy's going to come over here. He's going to thank me for doing whatever it is I just did. I get money, and then I get teleported out.
Yeah, you earned 300 credits. How much is a credit? What do you think the exchange rate is? Let's actually figure this out.
This is the thing. This is
how
the
much,
thing.
Like, give me a price of a thing I would be able to pay.
In this game, or just
like how much is the Coke? Because you can do like the exchange rate in Fallout pretty easily.
Yeah.
Because you can guess on how much something costs.
Yeah, like you can figure out the value of like a Nuka-Cola and then extrapolate from there the price of
Except
a
that Nuka is so rare that I'm sure rarer. There are 90 people watching us.
Hello. Oh no. Now I have to be entertaining.
I think they've been watching this the whole time. You can actually just continue doing what you're doing.
Okay, cool. Because what I'm about to do is I've just accepted a job to find and kill a cyborg. So this is
as you do. This
is where action happens.
MI6. So how does MI6 exist? You're not in England.
I think that's just the area of the I think that's just a designator for that particular area of the game. Because there's a lot of that. There was an MI5.
There's a lot of elevator riding too in this game.
Can I take a minute to just appreciate the fact that there's someone in the chat whose name is Griffin Ham?
They were there last time too.
Great. It's a good name. It's a good, sturdy, load-bearing name.
Yeah, for short, you could just call him Griffham.
Griffham. Dig it. What up, Griffham?
Like Griff is just like, what up? That's all you get is a what up.
That's like a Matthew McConaughey level of just unfiltered cool.
Actually, very good point from Semi Knocked Out. Which part of this game is the flashback?
That's an interesting. We saw the flashback actually. We saw it when when Ian hooked us up to that thing, and we were talking about how great those vector graphics were. Oh, yeah. He's not going to kill me. He's a cop.
Nah. He might challenge you to a breakdance duel though, so I'd be a little careful.
I did see a dance-off happen between Star-Lord and Gamora at Disney California Adventure this weekend. Because they do that outside of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride now.
This feels like I would call this game right now an elevator simulator.
There's a lot of elevation.
I mean, also they rhyme.
Don't shoot! I'm not Cyboy.
Hey pal, the cop has the key. Go talk to Jane. Bzz.
Oh, that's the wrong guy. This is going very well.
It's the wrong Jane.
Holla at your Jane. Oh,
it's your boy!
Here it comes! Boom! Ah, he shot me, but I have...
Oh... Yep, got him.
He went up in smoke.
Got him. You shot him a lot, and then he
did a fall.
Now, what do you think the moral implications are for vaporizing someone?
I don't think there are.
I feel like that's like worse than murder when you're like, oh, I killed you and I have literally destroyed
I've unmade you. I have unraveled your DNA and the dust has become atoms and the atoms has become nothing. That means there's no evidence, and I think ethically, morally, you're probably okay.
That reminds me of I won't spoil it even though it's been like 15 years. There was a character on Angel that died, and they said that her soul got destroyed. So God, there was an afterlife. They're like, yeah, afterlife is real, but her soul got destroyed, so she just doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, that is so brutal. That was the most brutal death on TV that I remember.
I remember that. Oh, that was heartbreaking as well. But we already knew that there was an afterlife because Buffy went to it.
That's true. That was the season before, yeah.
Yeah. God, that show was so good.
I don't know if those shows had similar views on the afterlife though.
Well, Buffy and Angel had a shared universe.
I believe that to be true from the highest level, but when you have a writer's room,
I mean
that runs a show, you tend to get differences. Yes, I mean, obviously it's a shared universe.
That's clearly. I mean, the way that could you just fall over and be dead? Boink! Oh no, he hit me first.
To quote Duran in the chat, Jesus ham. I don't want context. I just want to shout Jesus ham every time you. Jesus ham. Just
it's like a mildly profane version of Ponyo. Now there's a movie I need to see again. Man, I took a beating on that one. I was down to 1 shield unit.
Yeah, you gotta toss in that battery.
Gotta charge that Duracell. Which one has the bunny in America? Is it Energizer or Duracell?
Nothing can stop the Energizer. It keeps going. The Energizer.
Okay, because in the UK, the Duracell had the bunny.
What?
Yeah, no. It was the Duracell bunny.
Are they secretly the same company?
I think they might be. Oh, it's this one. I hate this one.
We did this really bad ad campaign because in the 90s there was a weird fight with the battery companies.
Mm-hmm.
They would go after each other in advertising, and Duracell, being the geniuses that Duracell is, they were like, we're the copper topper. Like, they really wanted to push this copper top. So they invented this family of essentially plastic people that run on batteries that have like really smooth copper hair. It was the creepiest thing. They were like, you should buy our batteries. They run these robots that are a family that will kill you in your sleep. So basically just gave me nightmares.
Yeah, that sounds creepy. I have a vague memory of some of those commercials. I don't think they made it to the UK, but I might have seen them on like YouTube.
I pray they didn't.
Yeah, our country's pretty good at not having terrible commercials. I'm not gonna. This level's really tense because it's the only mission in the entire game that actually has a timer.
It's got a super cool aesthetic though. It's got like a Virtual Boy thing going on.
Hang on a minute. Where's the? That's the time. That's the terminal card. Nope, dead. Yay!
Yeah,
that's it. That's how you do a dead.
That is how you do a dead. I have heard.
Okay, so let's do this again. Let's not die this time. How do you feel about that?
Doing it. MI3. That's my favorite Mission Impossible movie.
I have a soft spot for Ghost Protocol.
I think that's my second favorite, followed by the fifth. Basically, 1 and 2 are like the bottom two, though 2 is way the bottom.
My 2 is not a good movie in any way, shape, or form. I have another Mikey friend who is also called Mikey, which is why he's another Mikey friend. Who he genuinely seems to believe that is okay. What? Do that. Why are you not? I know there's a place for the card. I'm trying to put the card in. Let me put the card in.
Keep doing your cool Michael Jackson moves. It'll work. Whoop, whoop. Hee hee. Like it just.
There we go. I only died once. That's actually a record. I usually die a bunch of times when I do that one. But anyway, Mikey is of the opinion that he's Jeremy Renner's character and I'm Simon Pegg's character. Like the way that he specifically cites the "But I'll Catch You" scene where they're talking about the fans as like that's the kind of conversation that he and I would have. That's it. That's the whole anecdote. I've got nothing else for you. There's nothing.
I think Simon Pegg is like the most relatable person on. There's so many movies you can be like, yeah, that's me. I mean, he really does play that like schlubby nerd
he's
with
very,
a heart
very
of
good
gold.
at that. Yeah.
It's kind of his bit. Except in World's End, he was a real piece of poop in World's End.
But it's such a great performance. It's such a like Simon Pegg is. I put Simon Pegg, Hank Azaria, and someone else whose name I can't remember are like top male actors of our generation right now. Like they're it.
Hank Azaria.
I actually think.
I will gently point out that Hank Azaria's main claim to fame is doing a racist caricature.
I mean, there is that. There is
restaurant employee, and he still does that.
Badly.
Still.
Yeah.
It's been like 20 years. Like, we're good. Apu can go. But yeah, I saw Hank Azaria on his newer show. I saw a few episodes of that, the baseball one. Yeah. That's a good show. I liked him on that.
I don't know. I think there's an approachability to.
Like, what do you think his starring role is? Like, what is his big? That would make you say he's one of the most talented actors.
I just think I think that there's a chameleonic quality to his approach that I really like. I've never I very rarely see him playing the same role.
He's a character actor.
Yeah, I mean, I guess character. I guess there's a word for that. I've got to go to restricted area.
That's how I feel about. I'm blanking on his name. The guy, he played Rorschach in Watchmen.
Oh, I know exactly who you mean.
Jackie Earle Haley. That dude disappears into every. I mean, because he was on Deadwood. He played Freddy Krueger for a while. Like, there's so many different things.
I forgot he was Krueger.
He has done. And I think he's easily one of our best character actors.
Oh, he's really good, yeah.
He was in the original Bad News Bears. He was one of the kids. Well, I'm just going to keep eating gummy bears. You can't stop me.
Bang! You see that? Do you see me chaboy those two dudes?
Chaboy!
Boom. That is how you make salsa. That's not going to take off as a catchphrase, is it?
Dude, make salsa out of this guy.
Whoa!
Oh, he made salsa out of you. Twice. Well, he missed twice. Now, what is the logic, gameplay-wise, for why he just missed you from 5 feet away? Were you invincible because you had already taken a hit?
I think so. Oh. That went well. So now I've got to get up here without...
I'm going to start calling you Finn by the way you handle all these henchmen.
Well, hey.
Star Wars joke. Did everybody get that? It was a Star Wars joke.
I'm glad that you're keeping track of those. Am I dead now? Oh, where's my... I've got one
Yeah, this
shield
is the
unit.
afterlife. It looks mysteriously like the previous life.
That's kind of a... There was a show that... Oh, Life on Mars.
I liked both the original and the remakes of Life on Mars.
I loved Life on Mars.
It was very good.
I have no strong feelings about the American version other than I think that there's some stuff that they misjudged.
Yeah, I believe that.
I think that it was a bad idea, like having Sam Tyler, like episode 2, he's got all the theories written out on a chalkboard for where he thinks he is, and it's like, let the audience do that. Like, don't tell the audience what they're supposed to think might be the situation. Oh, cool. That went well. What could I have done differently there? I keep pressing shift and up, which is making me do that forward jump.
Wow, that's a way to get a chat room moving. I won't list the name, but I will list the things they said. I've never seen Star Wars or Star Trek. Doesn't seem very interesting to me.
Whoa!
That's fine, but at the same time, I feel like you are. But how did you shoot him and he shot the other? That was bananas.
Yeah, that
cool.
was a double whammy
That
of
looks so cool.
Boom, and how he's dead.
Anyway, that felt slightly trollish. I don't know. It's okay not to like Star Trek and Star Wars. It's just
man, I'm getting pounded here. Oh man, this guy's just gonna take me out. I need that key.
Need that key.
Man, this is not gonna end well for me. I should have dealt with this. I should have took him out when I had the chance. Okay, so here's the move I did last time where they killed each other. Jump, jump, space.
Shot on right.
Yeah. And then you fall and die. Brilliant. Run, jump. Boom.
Yeah, you got that down pat. This part, not so much.
Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to drop from this side instead.
Throw
so
a flashbang and call in SWAT. This is Streets of Rage 2, I believe.
Yeah, this is exactly Streets of Rage. Can you do that in Streets of Rage?
That was the original subtitle. Flashback, I believe, the original Streets of Rage. Like, I believe is in the title. I believe.
Oh, man. Oh, man, I can't kill this guy. How did I do it last time?
I don't know.
Watch this. See this nonsense? I need that key. Oh, for some reason, that time he held...
There's a timing to it, but I don't understand because you have to come on screen before you know what he's doing.
Okay, so I'm gonna... Where's my health at right now? I've got 1 shield. Boom, boom. Oh, he hit me. So now I have no shields.
Okay, you're alive.
I've got no shields. I don't know what that switch does. Probably shouldn't have activated it, but oh well.
Seems like a door that doesn't have a lot of use just in the middle of the room. You can just climb over it. Alright, you gotta kill Jane. This is like Jane 74. Nobody's gonna miss
There's
him.
been a bunch of Janes.
So many Janes. Also a subtitle originally of Flashback. Flashback : so many Janes.
I'm gonna die as soon as I get up onto this ledge though. Because that bomb's gonna take me out.
Oh, you gotta move.
You gotta be quicker than that, Ben.
You like got chest bursted or something. I'm not even sure. Oh, now you're tearing it up. And I'm tearing up these gummy bears. Ow.
Oh, did that gummy bear sponsorship come good?
No, because these are Haribo gummy bears, which I don't buy anymore. I just had some in the pantry. because Haribo is in the news for bad reasons. So I'm keeping those mostly off camera.
Boom, there we go, got him.
Nice.
I had the opportunity to actually say boom, got him in context, and I didn't take it up.
You know what would make a much better strategy? What if your dude just kind of like walked around outside, walked up to these massive holes in the wall, and just shot the people from outside?
That would make something vaguely approximating sense, which is probably why they didn't do it.
Yes.
So someone asked about the flashbacks, and I just remembered that in the remake they actually had you collecting memories of your pre-memory wipe life.
Did you just angrily throw your gun at the wall like a kid? Like, Dad, I'm out of here.
That was a rock. Solid as a rock.
Oh. Nice moves.
It could have been nicer.
It could have been, but it was still pretty good.
Oh no! Apparently, I decided not to participate in that interaction.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna get shot on this one.
And now I'm dead again. This is going really well for me. I made it further.
That's okay.
Than
Chat is just finding their conspiracies about quote unquote big gummy, so you're fine.
Well, it's nice to know that you've kept them occupied, just to distract them from my incompetence. Oh man, he got me. This guy never gets me.
Yeah. Well, he's got, so. Such a weird, like when you watch the animations just kind of play forward, backward, backward. It's kind of a weird thing.
Nope.
Yeah, now it's all big gummy talk, so we're good for like 10 minutes.
We're good for the gummy cast, so we don't actually have to say or do anything at this point.
Welcome to the Gummy Cast Hour with Ben and Mikey.
What's your favorite? You know what I like that you can't get in this country is actually something I'm not going to say because of the brand, the aforementioned brand issues. So shut up,
well,
Ben.
Haribo got like busted for slave labor or whatever. Like it's not a small thing. They got busted for real stuff. So I don't feel comfortable giving them money right now.
Damn it. Yeah, I get you. It's a shame because I miss the Tang Fastics, which you can only get in Europe.
You can still talk about it. It's fine.
This guy is he just took me out. I just got Franz Ferdinanded by that guy.
Oof, deep reference. That looked so cool when they kill each other. It's always good. It's never not good. Now in the top right corner of your screen is a little pixel portrait of someone who looks exactly like Reaper from Overwatch.
Oh yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, this is actually his first video game appearance.
What is the picture for?
Oh, that is the robot guy that I had to kill earlier. It's a reference photo that I could show people.
Ah, of course. Cool.
Ah, what am I doing wrong here other than literally everything?
Feels like a question that answers a bit of itself.
Hang on a minute, let me try this. I forgot I had that. I have a watch that's a force field. I don't know why I'm not making more use of that. That seems like a really good... Like, look at that. Boom. That's a useful... I've got through half of this level without using that.
That feels like a thing you definitely want to be using.
I feel like they gave me that for a reason.
Ben, please play Dream Daddy. That's an interesting suggestion.
I've never played
Not so much an antique yet.
It's not there yet. I'll tell you what, put it down on
my
the calendar.
friends at Rooster Teeth would be happy if we did.
Put it down on the calendar, and we will do Dream Daddy in 10 years. So you want to block that one off on the stream calendar?
Years.
I think 10 years is probably a good cutoff for antiquing.
That's probably accurate.
We're at the point, there are some early Wii games that we could be playing on this stream.
That was our cutoff, was early Wii games.
Early Wii. Which, the stream started earlier.
We're not to Wii U yet. That's just
we're not there.
Plus, nobody played Wii U anyway.
I mean,
I have one, but it's just sitting there.
I skipped the Wii U, and sometimes I feel bad about that, but not bad enough that I would go out and buy
it. I should have. If you have the Wii and the Switch, you got the good one.
Yeah. Okay, so let me get my force field back up.
How many moons are you up to in Mario?
On Odyssey?
Yeah.
I haven't started playing it yet. I refuse to play it until I finish the next port center. I'm using that as an incentive. It's installed, and every time I go to my Switch, it stares at me. But it's like I've got to be true to my code. Neat! I did it! I died, everyone! Guys, we've been building towards this for so long. Okay, I'm just gonna...
I'm so glad we have resolved you not being dead yet, and now we have. Debo just got 200 moons today. That is some major moon movement. Now you have to kill every single enemy?
Oh, well, I don't have to kill everyone, but I do have to, for the sake of this key, I have to kill him.
Yeah.
To get the key, otherwise he'll just keep
Looks
taking
just
shots.
like a key. It's definitely not a paperweight that he just happened to be killing. Like his daughter made it, and you're like, "I've killed you for this key," and everybody's like, "No, it's a paperweight though."
Yeah, it's like arts and crafts. No, high-tech space key. Man, we had some weird ideas in the 90s about what the future would be like.
Yes. I believe in you. You're going to do it this time. We're going to do it to it. Here we go. Big money, big prizes.
I love
Throwing rocks at the wall. Shoot him in the face. There we go. Oh, man. That took like your lungs out. They just exploded.
Okay, I'm going to try something, and this is going to be a pretty big... Okay, so this will either be spectacular, or it will be the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Correct. Ball Earth.
I don't know how I landed on that mine without setting it up.
Did you shoot him before you jumped?
I shot him as I landed.
Okay, so I hope to be seeing that replay on SportsCenter tomorrow, because that was pretty bold.
Oh, here's this guy. Here comes Jetpack LaRue.
Hello, what are you doing? My name is Jetpack LaRue. And another Jane. Oh. Oh. Dead. So how close to beating the level are you right now?
I'm almost, I think this guy's the last... No, that's the wrong button! No! Why are you putting your gun away?
Oh, shoot him in the face! There you go. Shoot him again in the face! One more time in the face! There we go. That's apparently what I think taking a shower looks like. This
are we in an unwinnable situation? Am I in a dead end?
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm down here.
You fell where you cannot get out, and that's not an elevator. Any of those?
None of these are elevators. I can't jump up. Oh wait, no, there we go. Whew. Oh, there's the key.
You can jump up there.
I just choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was in an unwinnable situation. But...
Got a little aim. A real Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
More like Kobayashi Marooned.
Oh, Kobayashi Maroon 5. No, too far.
It's mine. Don't steal it.
Why don't you never let me have any fun?
Ooh, interesting. Hey Ben, this is from Aerokinetic X. Hey Ben, I have a suggestion for future antiquing hour. Have you ever played the Tomba Tombi games?
I have heard of them, and they were pretty big in Europe.
I have not.
They could be fun as like if we were to do an antiquing hour where it's, hey, let's play a game that neither of us have actually ever played.
That's fair. Uh-oh. You gotta shoot your targeting computer. Yeah!
So we did it. That is how we do.
Let's go to the ATM.
How much? I was on my last shield unit. I had no shield left. We did it, everyone. Guys, we collectively, including you in the chat, we did it.
I want to play a game where you go around murdering defenseless people and robots and all this stuff, and then at the end of the level it gives you credits, and then you only spend those credits at bars. That's just the rest of the game. Just drinking. It's like nice 16-bit sort of like bar art.
So what you want
Just
is like
sipping away.
Chronicles of Riddick meets The Sims, but on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, well, or Jim Raynor, the side scroller, not to go all StarCraft. That is his one definable character trait, is that he drinks a lot.
I just want to point out, I was rolling past the desk as that guy tried to talk to me, and the game froze. And so the guy had a very very detailed conversation with my butt because of the way that loaded. Whoa! Whoops! Hope I saved. Yes, I did. Good. Oops. I'm very good at this game.
But you've beaten all the computers, so now you're hired. You got the job. That was all you had to do was murder everyone else.
Yeah.
The job is now yours.
I had to eliminate the competition.
Hey.
Comedy bronze.
Comedy medal.
Comedy participation
In
ribbon.
specific medals.
Comedy honorable mention.
Yeah. Comedonrinal. I was trying to combine those two words into one. Comedy and whatever word you had said. It's been a long day.
Honorable mention? Oh yeah, because it's like 3 o'clock nearly there for you.
Yeah, I was up at like 8.
Man, I had a rough night. I woke up at like 7:55, which is an early start for me.
A time that does not necessarily generally exist for you.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of working from home is that if my day starts at 9, I can get out of bed at 8:50.
I don't have a response to that. Yeah.
I'm taking your silence as a tacit approval of my horrible
It
lifestyle.
was exactly. Say hi to Jane. Hi, Jane.
You scratch 1,000.
All right, so I got to give him the money that I made.
I scratch your back. You scratch mine. Colon.
Colon.
That's an odd grammatical decision.
I
Jane.
scratch your back. You scratch my colon.
No, that's bad.
I already gave you my money. What are you talking about? So now.
Okay, people are now suggesting Oddworld.
Oh yeah, Oddworld's so good, and I have it. I've got it on Steam.
Get us some sneezes, apparently. Some Lauren Lanning up in here.
So I'm gonna show you while we're here. I wonder if I have to. Was it Europa? I said. Yeah, it was Europa. Mm-hmm. So near the Death Tower, near where I have to be in order to complete this level, is a terminal. There's this terminal here. I've walked past it several times.
Yeah.
It's a photo booth.
Yeah.
You don't need this. There's no purpose for this. This doesn't need to exist. So
it's flavoring. It's just
but it's interactive. Like I just put credits in there, and now I have a photo. I have passport photos now of my character. And my theory is that there was going to be a point when you were getting your work permit where they were going to say, oh, we need you to provide passport photos. So you
as any good game.
Yeah.
On the
so the game was going to have you come back here, get passport photos. Papers, Please. Which is another good game. So now I've now finished that level. I'm on level 3. Let me charge my Who's It. So this is Death Tower. So what I just did was I bought entry into Death Tower so that I could win as the grand prize for Death Tower. An all expenses.
That is not a great strategy. This guy shooting at the wall over and over. Oh, he's coming over now. Use your tactical. Oh, boy.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shub, but this is a very action
level. Latest, the Shaboy level.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear say away.
Look, you've switched off your targeting computer. Those things are so Star Wars to me.
Whoops.
Why the name Antiquing Hour? Well, the Roy Teal 96. Because we're gonna play old games. That's the bit.
The Royal Teal 96 is my favorite local radio station, by the way. Big fan of Jimbo in the Morning. Really, really good show. They really nailed that balance between like irreverence and relatability. So big fan.
I
of
have
this
no
station.
idea if you're telling the truth right now.
It's not. You can never actually trust anything I say.
Oh, okay.
If I'm
Done.
not talking about
Done.
video, if I'm not,
Will not.
if
So,
I'm not-
this is a televised, budgeted show on television called The Death Show?
the Death Tower Show,
The Death Tower Show.
or just Death Tower Show. There's no the. I don't have to kill him because he's playing dead right now.
Yeah, they're all playing. Anyone that looks like you murdered is playing dead. That's the rule.
Oh, all these floating droids are coming back to get me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I believe in you.
I'm glad somebody does.
Can you just jump over him?
Let's find
Off
out.
the top?
Wait.
No! You did. You jumped through him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there and he's mad.
He's coming up. He's following
Bye.
me.
It's your boy, bye.
Is he coming?
No, you confused him now.
You can still
You don't
hear
know
him.
what
Though.
to-
Can you hear that?
Yeah. You can hear him like fuming in the hallway. Like, I can't believe that guy ran away.
I didn't know he smoked.
I'm just a lonely robot.
God damn.
3 days to retirement.
I'm getting too
Because
old.
the
for
bit
this.
is that they all only last 5 days and then they are destroyed.
Yeah.
So when he says 3 days to retirement, he's only 2 days old.
It's one fierce
It's a
baby.
bit. It's a bit.
Oh, it's a bit. I dig me some bits. Kibbles and.
Wow. I like that they just have posters that say TV show. That's what you need. That's how people know. Is you have your official. Ooh, this is a rough spot.
Bring it on, Blade Runner.
You shot each one of them in the stomach with like 90 bullets. Like
That's
only the stomach.
only the crumbliest, flakiest stomach. There we go. That's the thing I love about this game is unlimited ammo. I never have to worry about ammo. I do have to worry about holding shift when I jump up though, because then I leap forward to my death.
Someone pointed out that actually it was Sandy Lester, the old TV show posters look like the AT&T logo.
They
from
do.
Ago.
I have to wonder if they were originally trying to get AT&T sponsorship for this game.
Yeah,
like,
that does seem really close.
there is Sunsoft made a game called Sunman. It was an unreleased prototype, but it's
Made a game called Soft Man.
Softman, Softboy, and it's very clear that the intent of Sunman, at least said Softboy again, the intent of Sunman was they wanted to make a license, like a Batman game or a Superman game. So they started work on the game first, and then went for the license afterwards. And then they didn't get the license, so they abandoned development of the game. So there's this prototype game called Sunman just floating around on the internet that looks like it could have been a Batman game at one point. I hate this switch. This switch is the worst. Can you imagine going through all of level 6, heading left, getting to the elevator, and the door is closed? Can you imagine that? Because
It's not a door so much as just like glass.
Yeah, everything's
Product.
glass.
Oh, you just got a Nintendo Switch in the game. That's great.
There we go.
I like how all the future tech is glass. I think that's pretty cool.
It's actually, fun fact, it is in fact a black mirror.
Oh. Well, there you go. I mean, it's clearly transparent, not a mirror.
Oh, but by the way, I just killed that guy while I was standing on nothing, because the platform I was standing on had fallen beneath me. But because I was in the crouched position holding my
Charge that
gun.
battery.
Yep. Copper that top. I wonder if I can... No, I'm not gonna... Can I? Boom!
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd be able to make that jump. Here he is. Yeah! Did you just watch
Now,
him?
see, there's some implications here that if you work at the Death TV show, you could just be killed by working there in your daily routine, which seems like a negative for potential employment.
Well, the good news is that these Death Tower robots are just robots. They're not people. So they don't have thoughts or feelings or...
It says you. I don't know if that's true.
The thing I took away from Blade Runner was...
I had a long conversation with one of them last night, and he told me all about his dreams and hopes.
Oh, was that Dreamotron? Because he's programmed to say that.
No, you killed him, like, second. I was very broke about it.
Okay, good to know. It's nice to know that you're having these very visceral and relatable emotional reactions to stuff. See ya! Goodbye! You get to live.
We just learned the greatest new feature of a soldier, ducking. This will help us in combat.
Whoa. We did it, guys. 5 years and $83 million.
We have learned how to crouch slightly. And also pull the trigger at the same time.
Do you ever see that movie, Robocop? Guy couldn't even get into his own car. We wanted to nip that problem in the butt.
Did you see that movie, Robocop 3? The best one? It's like the robot is just convinced. Like, he only likes the bad sequels more than the good movie it started with.
Yeah.
Like, he tells everybody his favorite movie is Jarhead 2.
Oh, yeah, Jarhead 2, The Search for Jarhead.
No, there is a Jarhead 2.
Yeah.
It actually just is killing.
Oops.
Whoa!
Man.
Whoa!
Oopsie doodle.
How are either one of you still alive?
Hang on. Boink. Oh, no, he boinked me first.
This is like the worst episode of American Gladiators I've ever seen. Nitro goes down.
Man,
Nitro was a gladiator.
This is American Ninja Warrior. Warrior with an O.
With an O.
Get it?
They died badly. Oh, they're not... How are they... What?
You coming? No, you dead. Okay.
Ooh. See, what this game needs is, like, for the... Ugh.
Good point.
I'm so sick. You need to, like, blow out the smoke on the pistol. Like, after you do the... Which is a really reckless sort of 80s thing that was going on. Because, like, you're pointing a gun at your face. That's not a great...
Oh, I just realized this whole time I could still be using my force field watch.
Yeah, I'm not going to remind you. It is there, though.
I've done full runs of this thing where I've forgotten I have it.
You're doing one right now.
Yeah, but I've also used it. Oops.
Maybe I should give you some American Gladiators music. Bum, 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 bum. I don't remember how it goes. It was like a march. I don't know.
Could you not? Not you, the dudes.
Whoa! You're fighting the Flash.
I've been fighting this is, but oh, I forgot to tell you, this is part of the CW's DC television universe. This is actually the first entry.
For the future and having really, really strong batteries, you have recharged this thing a lot.
Yeah. It's you know,
non-optimal, as we say.
That's definitely a word. Did I misjudge
Sort
that jump? Yes, I sure did.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I beefed it.
Huh.
Oh, it's
Level 3.
Level 3 is basically the freestyle death zone.
The zebra zone.
Shoom.
Doing good.
Get out of here.
We're gonna beat this. level.
Bye. So long, beefcake. Beefcake?
Very well.
Auf Wiedersehen, beefcake. Oh, could you not? Boink.
My brain got so sidetracked there because you start Sound of Music, but you get to Avita Zane, and my brain went to Heidi from Project Runway. Like Avita Zane, like just she put they actually fired one of the kids every night. Small known fact.
Man, this guy will not go down. Man, this guy just went down.
Going down for real. You can kill these little boop, 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 boop. Yeah, those don't really stand a chance. Also, was that a coupon machine with save written on it?
Yes. It's Kroger's.
You know, coupon machines, those things that are definitely real.
Yeah. Good pull. You know, I'm glad that our goofy dumb little bits are grounded in reality.
Hang on. So Devo Molina just asked, will you ever play the Equilibrium game?
There's an Equilibrium game?
That was my response. There's an Equilibrium. I feel like the answer to your question is yes. But at the same time, who?
I thought, wasn't the Equilibrium game just Enter the Matrix?
Right. Well, I like the movie Equilibrium a lot.
I do like Equilibrium.
I just like that Taye Diggs is in that movie and he just gets wrecked. Because it sets him up as this big fight the whole movie and he just chops his face off in like 1 second.
Yeah, there's not a movie that he got to be in any like cool capacity. I could have used my force field watch and I didn't. This guy needs to stop punching me in the back of the neck.
This platform is PC, chat?
Yes, we're playing technically the PC MS-DOS version, but it's also using data from the Amiga version for the music and the Sega CD version for the voiceover, which you're not hearing much of.
Did you own, originally, I don't mean now, but originally, did you own a Sega CD and or a 32X?
I currently own a Sega CD. I didn't own one at the time because I wasn't a Sega person.
Huh. Yeah, I wasn't really either. I was like really jealous of my friends that had them, and then when I went to my friends' houses, they never wanted to play them.
Because they knew, because they had that first-hand experience. I did it, everyone. I won Death Tower.
Back up a chat real quick.
What other sci-fi action games are there where in the middle of it you win a game show?
Running Man the game.
Oof.
I don't know if that would be. It's probably not.
There's
probably an MS-DOS Running Man game with like little ASCII dudes.
There was a Blade Runner game that came out in 97, 98?
Yeah.
I never played it.
Oh, that was Westwood. That was the Command and Conquer people made that. That game was rad. I would totally. We need to play adventure games, and I think that one would be.
Oh my god, yes.
Very smart.
There's an adventure game.
Chat, start spamming your favorite adventure games right now. Give us some ideas.
My initial recommendation is a game called Simon the Sorcerer.
Oh yes. No, it's no Willy Beamish.
Never played it.
It's a Sierra game. It wasn't very good. But it was one of the first sort of CD-ROM games.
Oh, where's my watch? Where's my watch at?
Did you play a lot of Seventh Guest or 11th Hour back in the day? Those games were hard AF.
I could never, like, Seventh Guest, I could never. This guy's just like
beat
disco
it.
dance. Can you see that guy there's an enemy on he's just off the edge of the screen. Can you see him? Can you see his entire situation right now?
Just like,
yeah, I want to stress, by the way, the stream is not clipping this. That's literally the edge of the screen, and the game doesn't know what. Oh, there he is.
Hey guys,
no,
what's going on? Blam! Like,
okay, now he's dead.
Zach McCracken and
Zach McCracken, that's
Benders. There's a lot of suggestions in chat, by the way. You're gonna.
There's a lot of like LucasArts stuff is evergreen. Like there isn't.
I will point out no one has said The Dig yet.
You know what? I couldn't. For me, I think adventure games always have to have an element of comedy to them, and the games like The Dig and Loom, which I still really enjoyed, don't stand out in the memory as much as stuff like Monkey Island and Zack McCracken and Maniac Mansion and getting jabbed in the butt by this BB-8 looking jerk.
Hello, I am BB-8.
I'm B88. The Chinese bootleg BB-8. I'm Baby 8, which is baby and then the word 8.
Baby Driver 8.
Baby Driver 8.
Wow. Has anyone made a movie poster that's just BB Driver?
I feel like that needs to exist if it doesn't already.
It has to. It has to exist.
That T-shirt's got to be on Redbubble if it's anywhere.
I think there's forfeit shirts of mine on Redbubble.
Do you know that as a fact?
No, I just meant Redbubble is the place you go to use licenses you don't own.
Yeah.
It's kind of like their thing.
Used to be Zazzle back in the day, and then before that was Cafe Press.
Zazzle was my favorite Lion King character.
Did you know Rowan Atkinson was the voice of Zazzle?
Really?
Yeah. Man, I'm dead. I actually died. And now there's that opening cutscene again. I'm dead. This is the first time I've died and had to go back to the start of the level.
The password is Sarlacc.
All of the passwords on normal difficulty on the DOS version are Star Wars references.
Oh, really?
The password for the previous level was Keshik.
Okay, now everyone thinks that you were saying that Mr. Bean is Zazu.
No, he actually was though.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not a joke. That's literally he was the voice of Zazu in The Lion King.
Okay, so now with the new cast, what makes immediate sense is they recast Mr. Bean with John Oliver.
Oh my god, yes.
That made that like 1,000% sense. That makes now.
That scans. Are you coming back?
No.
Is he donezo?
So the name of this company is FMARD.
FMARD?
Look back. See?
Oh yeah, FMARD.
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 Don't just think MARD. Think FMARD. It's the future. They have different slang.
Yeah. When times are hard, come to FMARD. We've been effing your MARD since 2187.
That was a good year for potatoes. I heard on there.
I don't
know where that joke's going. In this joke, I was gonna go for potatoes only exist for like 1 year out of 10, but
here's a fun thought exercise. What is an FMARD?
Chad is ahead of you there.
Oh, I died again. Oh, this is a toughie. This is very quickly becoming my Everest. In that I've never been there and will probably never go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna climb a mountain either anytime soon.
You know what we should both do? We should both not climb Everest together.
We should play video games while climbing Everest.
Oh man, that would be a hell of a live stream.
I have a Switch. We can climb Everest.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
We could play competitive Puyo Puyo Tetris while we are strapped to the backs of whoever we actually have climbing Everest on our behalf. Man, I am just dying all up ins.
Mountains with Mikey. You guys have found the new show.
That's it.
That is definitely it.
Oh man, I didn't even make it to the 4th screen that time.
You didn't.
God.
Also, does it bother anyone else that the host of the game show, his suit doesn't fit at all?
Yeah, I think it's not like a Daily Show situation where he has a budget for a suit. It's just he's got to buy his own suit, but they don't pay him a lot.
He runs like a dystopian game show. They always have the best suits. That's like their defining quality.
Oh, you gotta get better at this, Ben. I've heard bad things about your style.
You killed him. He's dead. Get FMARD. Get FMARD.
What if that's a film that's coming out?
It needs a better name. It's actually the sequel to Arrival, which I thought was very odd. Amy Adams is back. FMARD.
FMARD with a vengeance. Alright, I think I did it.
You killed the Blaster Master car.
Every time that guy gets me from behind, I don't see it. This guy.
Actually, wait, I have the book of it. Hang on.
This is a bad scene.
Now, Ben, do
Yes.
you perchance remember these books? Can you see it on the stream?
I can. I don't know that we
We're-
got those.
FX9 was the author, though that was just a pen name for all the people they hired. This is the Blaster Master novelization. This came out when I was like 5. I used to have all these books. The type is huge. They're not good stories. When Sophia third landed on a high, quiet ledge, Jason hollered with joy. "We made it!" "Yes," Eve said. "Now would you like to go? Or shall I?"
What is
I
any
was-
of that?
I wasn't captivated by that so much.
Who did the actual writing of that, and why did they do the actual writing?
I don't know, but the person who sent it to me is in the chat right now. I am remembering. What's up, PJ Martin? Thank you for this. I need more of these. I'm gonna search them out. By the way, the main character in Blaster Master had a pet lobster, according to this book.
Yeah, that seems like a... Okay, I'm not dead yet. I didn't die.
You're not dead, but you're close.
This is what we call it.
Don't die! Don't die!
Hello. Got him with the roly-polies.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's recharge my shield, because I've got 1 hup right now. I do remember there were a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog novelizations that were released when I was a kid.
I don't remember those because they weren't on Nintendo. The Worlds of Power books were only NES. I remember a Castlevania 2 one. God, there were a bunch. I don't remember them though.
Okay, I'm gonna recharge my Who's It. Yeah, that stuff I don't think made it to the UK, or if it did, it was maybe before my time or just wasn't on my radar.
They were never a big thing. I had to read, and I could read Nintendo games as books, so that was like all I read. I had every single Worlds of Power book.
Oh man, you guys gotta stop killing me. This is killing me over here.
It is a little bit.
There we go. I'm gonna wait for this little BB-8 to come over with his probe. There we go. Oh, that guy's coming in for some. I'm gonna go recharge my thing before I take on another beef boy.
Mom want to say if we're coming up on an hour and a half here.
We are coming up to that hour and a half. We're actually at an hour and a half because we started 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
Do we want to call it?
I gotta go do work on the Boots of Mikey. So.
That's fair. Alright, I think we're going to call it here, guys. I have died a lot in the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
But we've all learned something.
What would you like to play next week? Chat. Tell us what game to play. I think we want to play an adventure game. Start throwing out suggestions. We'll pick one right now.
I'm heavily leaning towards Simon the Sorcerer because that's a fun game. And also, fun fact about Simon the Sorcerer.
I've never played it, so I think that would be a good...
That's a game I can finish inside and out, front to back without, just from memory. It's a great game. It features Chris Barry, who played Rimmer in Red Dwarf. He's the voice of Simon.
That I knew because you mentioned that in an episode.
I've done that in an episode. And it's a very LucasArts style point-and-click adventure game by a company called AdventureSoft, whose previous claim to fame before they made that game was making a bunch of Elvira Mistress of the Dark video games.
I don't remember any of those at all.
I don't think they left a lasting impression on the on the culture.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's all right. So we'll play Simon the Sorcerer next week.
That's it. Simon the Sorcerer. It's going to be fun times. None of it's going to suck. I'm really building it up.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. If you have been watching, thank you very much for doing that. And if you haven't been watching, then you can't hear me right now, which is a shame because I just wanted to let you know that I love you very, very much.
If you're not watching, you can't hear what I'm saying. That is always true. But anyway, we're taking off.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone.